Hi, I'm Hayden Soloway. I work for McIntyre Elder Law, and we have guests today. We have Woody Aud, and I'm going to let Woody and his wife introduce themselves. And Woody, why don't you just go ahead and start?
Thank you, Hayden. I just recently retired from the financial services industry and met Greg at a financial seminar dealing with elder law and financial planning and the like several years ago, and was really impressed with the message he had for the things that he can do to help clients. And when I retired, I actually started referring folks to him with regard to veterans benefits because I had great confidence in him. The main thing that we that Greg helped us with was with Franda's aunt, who recently became very ill. I'll leave it to Franda to tell you the particulars on that.
Hi, Franda. And we're talking about your aunt.
Right.
And her name is Frances. It sounds like a mother-daughter name.
That's correct.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about what Greg did for you and your aunt's situation?
Okay, well, my aunt survived 2 husbands, never had children by either one. So we basically are her family. I have 2 cousins and a brother, and we're the only family she has left. So her health began going downhill pretty rapidly. She's 93 years old, very poor circulation. She has had some issues throughout her life with her health, but always snapped back and was able to spring back from it. This time, unfortunately, that didn't happen. So we were forced to try to find some type of care for her. We had her in a facility following a surgery, and the money was going to run out, of course, because you know how expensive those situations can be. And
people only knew $60,000, $100,000, and it can go up from there.
It can be gone overnight. Exactly, exactly. And she needed 24-hour care. So my husband had met Greg at a seminar, and I had briefly met Greg at that. It didn't even dawn on me at the time that she was going through some of these things to call Greg, yes. But thank goodness Woody remembered and thought a lot of Greg, so we came to him, and he was able to guide us and help us in getting her qualified for long-term care or for Medicaid, because her assets were very small. She did not manage her assets wisely, I guess because losing both husbands, she was on her own, yes. And would not ask for help. And of course we were young and no one really thought that she needed it at the time. But
well, like a lot of us seniors, we put most of our assets into our home.
Exactly.
And you know, once you have your home paid for, you feel like, well, at least I've got a place.
You feel pretty confident, yes. At that point. Exactly.
So I understand where
but
she's
that can be gone quickly, and we were concerned about the home. And, you know, of course, you know, we came to Greg, and he guided us to do the Lady Bird deed, which I don't think a lot of people are familiar with. We weren't. And so that was a blessing. That was a blessing.
That's a document. It's not available in all states. Fortunately, North Carolina is senior friendly and, does accept that to protect a home.
Right.
And it's something I didn't know about when I came to work here. So, you know, there were many of us out there who didn't know about it.
I'm sure.
But you had Lady Bird deed, which protected her home, and now she has qualified for Medicaid.
She is, and that went very quickly and expediently, which if we had been left to do it on our own, we probably still would be trying to get her qualified.
Well, Woody mentioned, you know, about it being a crisis situation. There's planning in advance, which is less expensive, and you know, and we can protect other assets, many more assets that way. But in a crisis, if you're already in a nursing home and the money's flying out the door, you know, it's just unbelievable how expensive it is. We can even stop it, you know, at that point, and not only preserve the home but other assets too. And very glad that we could help your aunt.
We're very glad that we had Greg to help us, and it was a blessing.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming in and talking to us about it and sharing that with people who may benefit from your experience.
I hope so. I hope we can be of help to them through this, and thank you.
Well, Woody and Franda, thank you so much for coming here and doing this and sharing your story with everyone. I think it probably will help others feel comfortable, you know, asking the questions that we didn't ever ask. Now we do.